Hey Scorpio, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. I am excited to be doing your reading. We're going to be asking what's coming towards you. Whenever you saw this video float across your feed, that's when you were meant to find it. That being said, of course, be discerning. Never give your power away to tarot and online tarot readers. This is just all meant to empower you. And I like how my hair is like sitting on the table. You know you need a haircut when. I'm rocking the pilgrim look. Trying to make it popular again. Covered wagons. Yeehaw! I think pilgrims and covered wagons, totally different points in history. Anyway, in the US. So, getting back to your tarot reading, we have level-headedness, be wise. This is your first message of the day, and it comes with a mudra. You put your hands together like this, and it goes on to say, tranquility and inner wisdom characterize my life. This gesture of greeting activates brain activity and brings inner composure. This mudra opens the door to inner calm, thus to one's inner strength, healing, wisdom, and joy. Let your breathing become slow and deep. And it goes on to say, year for year, our needs and desires change a little, Scorpio. See through your mind's eye your source of inner understanding as a shining apparition of light. Ask this figure whatever you wish to know. What is important to you at present and in the future? What can you lighten? What can lighten your life, and what is yours? What will bring you fulfillment? So it's like coming back to yourself, checking in on yourself. You guys, I gotta say, I'm just letting everybody know there's something new that YouTube rolled out. It's called the hype button. Almost. And little channels like my own are getting a chance to be seen and be heard because YouTube's just getting so big, filled with content. And each one of you guys is really powerful right now. If you feel so inclined, be honest with yourself. Only do it if you want, but if you feel so inclined, help a girl out and hit the hype button so that this channel gets out to more Scorpios like yourself. Thank you. We have next, the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now, Scorpio. I love that. Okay, let's get into your tarot. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Scorpios and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hello or leave an emoji in the comments section. That gives us something that we can focus on that represents your energy. It lifts us up to lift you up. All right, Scorpios. Whew. King of Pentacles, who's that a-hole? Came out upside down. That means that this is an energy that is cold, disconnected. Now, we do have the Lover's card. We have the Empress, abundance. Oh, I like where this is going, Scorpio. We got the Page of Swords, and lastly, we have the Four of Swords. This is a really interesting reading already. So I don't want to get into the reading yet because I want to unpack it further and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth. Sorry, my cat is sneezing and I know we're working with it, trying to figure out where the allergies are coming from. So we start with the energy of King of Pentacles. This is an energy, like I said, that is cold, disconnected. I don't know why, but this person is, they could come off, they kind of come off like a stone wall, you know. And then we have the Lover's card, which is talking about a relationship and alignment of some sort with another individual. We have the Empress, which is beautiful, abundance. It's also attraction. So we'll see what kind of shape your reading starts taking, and we'll be able to understand what that is in abundance in pretty soon. Page of Swords is information. It opens your mind up to new ideas or new perspectives. And so it's important to know that the Page of Swords does its job by this. Whether it's something that comes across your feed on TikTok or YouTube that plants a seed in your mind, or it's maybe a little chit chat or gossip over here or there. Either way, it opens your mind to a concept, but it's important to know that it's shallow information. There's more to find out about whatever this is, but it can sometimes lead to big life changes or shifts in your perspective. Very interesting. And then we have Four of Swords, and that is a contemplative, deeper, introverted space. It's like pulling your energies in and processing something. We'll see why that's out there. But let's talk about this King of Pentacles. Your whole reading is really cool. This King of Pentacles, the first one out, it seems to be playing a role in your life. So and it seems to be important. There might be some harsh memories attached to this energy. King of Pentacles can sometimes be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. It could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But why are we getting the moon here? Are you frightened of this person, or are they, there's so much veiled energy, there's so much hidden energy. It feels cloaked. It's like there's so much you don't know about this person. They're not somebody or something that is giving up any information, making themselves seem vulnerable at all, or seem vulnerable in the past. I don't even know if this person is playing a huge role in the present for you, but they came out with the moon, they came out with the hermit. There's great perspective you gained from being in this person's life path. Sometimes I have to say that the King of Pentacles can sometimes even play the role of entities like banks and stuff. But for the King of Pentacles to be in reverse with the Three of Cups, I think that despite this energy, you've chosen to move on, but it's something that you touch back on, and you're trying to, it's almost like you're trying to understand it. Because if this is a person, then they might have been connected to your community or your friends somehow. And you sunk a lot into it. It seems like it's touching on your loyalties. And this feels like you don't really know what went wrong with that person. But you sunk a lot into it. And I might be touching on some triggers, and forgive me if I am, but it's coming out in the reading, and it seems like it wants to get to the bottom of something. That this is not somebody that you think about day and night. This is somebody who all of a sudden pops up in your mind. If they were in your past, then they still your memory can get triggered to some kind of negative memory attached to this person. And despite how much processing you've done about it, you've just really decided to move on regardless, which is really healthy, really healthy. Good, kudos to you. Why does my Scorpio even need to know about this? Why are you coming out in the reading? Came to a complete stop, came to a halt, Chariot energy in reverse. You win some, you lose some. You win some, you lose some. Tell me why this is even coming out in Scorpio's reading. The Star card. So this is a turnaround. This is a bridge to hope. It's the quiet and the calm, the peace after a storm. You're better without this individual in your life, at least as long as they're being a dumbass, at least as long as they're being a cold mofo. You do not want this energy in your life because, well, I don't even have to tell you why. It would zap you, like Scorpio. I mean, like, heaven help the person who crosses your loyalties, because Scorpio doesn't let those people back in their lives. I'm a Pisces. Pisces can learn something from Scorpio there. Every Pisces will agree. What's this Lovers card for Scorpio? Has to be dramatic, doesn't it? And why does it have to be dramatic? Because it's the Death card. Is somebody trying to manipulate and hold on to you? We have the Lovers card, which is talking about possibly literally a lover or a relationship of some sort. We have the Emperor card. It's ruled by Aries. It's determined. It's authoritarian. It doesn't have to be cruel that way, but it's taking control of a situation and not letting something go, something that needs to die off. Now, this could be the moment where I ask you, are you holding on to something that is not serving you? Is there just kind of, it feels like if you are Scorpio, I feel like I'm in your corner. Like, it's understandable why you would hold, because there's something you didn't understand about this. Like, how could somebody be so cold? The King of Pentacles is so cold and unemotional about something. And it almost leaves a mystery. And so things that haven't been buttoned up, is the lack of closure, your brain gnaws on it like it's the inner detective in your brain. It's not even about you wanting that person in your life anymore. I'm in your corner, boo. You don't want that energy in your life. So just know that it's your brain just doing what a brain does. Brains are always trying to connect the dots. We make something out of anything. We are always trying to connect the dots, make a storyline to anything. You know, my cat could sneeze, roll on the ground, and then lick the floor, and I'd be like, huh, that's probably because maybe she sneezed, she was allergic to something on the floor, but then she decided she wanted to try it out and eat it for lunch. You know what I mean? We will connect the dots. And so your brain is only doing that with this individual, not because your heart loves them and wants them nearby. Your heart is like, hey, you're not benefiting me because you're cold AF. No, it's just your brain. That's coming through real strong. So it's this tarot reading is saying what wants to control the ending? The Emperor energy wants to take control of a situation and have the ending that they want. They want to, and it's like you're not letting go of something until you kind of get that closure, you know? I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you guys know this, but like even with trauma, we can sometimes recreate a scenario that could have even been traumatic in the past. Find a person or like just naturally be drawn to a relationship or a scenario that looks a lot like something we experienced in the past in order to give us another shot at a different ending. Like wrap your mind around that for a second. The brain is so incredible that it will recognize patterns and behaviors, go towards it in order to get that closure that you never had in a totally different scenario or with a different person. So with that, we move on to this abundant energy of the Empress. What is it? I love the Empress. What does this Empress mean for my Scorpios? Please make it clear. Okay, I guess we're taking you. Okay, we got that Seven of Pentacles again. You had this before. Okay. Ooh, I love that the messages are coming in so crystal clear. Remember when I was talking to you about this cold person, you sunk a lot into it. And then I started talking to you about your loyalties and like you throw yourself into relationships you believe in. And when they don't throw themselves back, it's like, this wants to point the finger back at you, draw attention to you, where you're abundant. If you isolate out their reactions and their coldness and who they happen to be in those memories, and you just solo out your ability to throw yourself into something, you throw yourself into something like you have a never-ending well. And that is a power. That is a superpower. You have an abundance of, this is attraction, this is attractive energy. So if this is around dating and feeling beautiful or appreciated or handsome, you are enough, and you need to be told that and reminded of that. You know it, but you need to hear it. Seven of Pentacles is like, you got yourself so far, and you did that by yourself. You brought yourself to this place of Empress energy. You are the queen or the king because you made yourself that way, not how somebody else built you up. And so from that well's never going to go dry as long as you give back to it. But nobody has the ability to take from that. The Sun card. And from that realization, you're never going to stop being happy. Like nobody can take your happiness away from you. You have this incredible ability to throw yourself into something you believe in, but you're at this fork in the road where you can gain perspective. You know enough about yourself and what you've experienced by looking at your past. And it's like you're taking a pause, and there's a nice little bench there for you. You know, there's like this path, fork in the road, there's a bench there, and one one side of the road, that's all your past, and you can see, oh yeah, that's when I dated that person, I moved over to that city, and I had that job, and I had closure here, and I had a fight there, and blah, 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 blah. And then you've got this path that goes into the future. You know enough about what you've experienced and what has made you you and how you react to situations that you can kind of get an idea of where you'd be going in the future if nothing changes, right? But you're given this pause as a beautiful grace period. Hi, little guy. I wish that he would jump up and join us. He's so shy. He never comes out of the closet when I do readings. So yeah, why are we saying that? Why do we need to know that? There's strength here. This is a huge, like, glow up reading, basically. I'm talking to Scorpios that need to be reminded of something that they already kind of know, but like this energy sapped you a little bit. And differentiate between what the head and the heart wants. What is this Page of Swords? So new insight. Oh, wait, one sec. What is this? What is this? Excuse me. Okay, so remember when I was talking about the Page of Swords, that was the information that's shallow. You need to, it serves its purpose by opening your mind to some information, but you need to learn more about it, okay? So this information, keep your eyes peeled and your ears pricked up, because it is going to help you sever ties. It's going to help you just literally become disinterested, like cutting your losses with this memory, with this individual. I think you're realizing that in the face of all these options that this individual was considering, you are all in different scenarios, but there were options. And then there was imaginings, and Seven of Cups is like their imagination is getting involved. There might be literal options. In the face of this Pentacles energy, you've got the Queen of Pentacles is the same person as this King of Pentacles in reverse. This is when they turn bad, turn cold on you. Turn bad. It's like a Disney film. This person turns into an a-hole when they're flooded with options. When they get overwhelmed, they react differently than other people might. They can't handle it. They get cold and they start to lash out. They might find little problems, little issues, and dig, because they are feeling confused, overwhelmed. You cannot get more straightforward. And I love this because I don't want to waste anybody's time. So Scorpio, if this isn't you, you'll know. If this is you, I hope it's helpful. So this is where that fresh perspective is coming from. It doesn't mean that you let them back in your lives. I mean, like, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it allows you to cut your losses, because you realize it's not so personal. Is this person how they react to options? They're a pretty stubborn person. They're kind of stiff. Bless their hearts. As they say in the South, in the US, bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. They don't have the adaptability or the maturity to handle those options like an adult. They just don't. And maybe it's because they're a child. I don't know. You guys have different, maybe they're a child in here, or maybe they're physically a child. You guys are going through different things. What is this Four of Swords? Okay, so it's in the processing of all this. The processing, going within, introverted energy, where there's an opportunity. This is a huge switch. These energies are totally opposite, but one is clarifying the other. You go from going within, taking what you know, and then actually having a little bit of gratitude and cutting your ties, cutting your losses. And in this quiet energy, there's a burst of flame, of possibility and opportunity. Oftentimes the wands, they're fiery, and they come oftentimes with verbs. Let's go do this. Let's start this. Let's start dating again. I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to move somewhere. You know what I mean? But this is inspiration, and it is so something you deserve if you've been through this. What is this? Tell me more about. Yeah, you're realizing, Oh my gosh. How much time and energy have I been putting in this? 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I've been spinning my wheels. I am so excited to hunker down and work hard on a new focus that is going somewhere. You are, speaking of going somewhere, you are not going outside. All right, Hanged Man energy. You're realizing, oh my God, this is, in no version of this reality was that going to go anywhere. This is compounding that this was just stuck energy. This is like, this was a dead end. But everything's relative. So in stark contrast, you are going to be turned on by what is enthusiastic, fresh, and new. You're going to be able to really see clearly what is beckoning to you, Scorpio, and saying, come here. This is going to open up to so many new opportunities. This is fresh and bright. And you're going to really be able to feel what is dead. And it's going to feel like a dulling, like a dimming, like a plaque. Scorpio, this is super weird, but have you ever walked into a place and been like, it just feels yucky here? Feel like, you know, there's a tavern in the little town nearby that is a watering hole for the whole community. Whenever I walk in there, I can feel the plaque. I can feel the stuck energy. And it's, you know, just years and years of generations of the drinkers. You know, I love time went on. I love a cocktail, but sometimes it can carry a dark energy. And anyway, so I don't want to go off on that tangent, but anyway, you're going to be able to feel relative to what's bursting in light and bright. You're going to be able to feel what has no life to it. And I love that for you because it's your guide. You're going to go towards what's bright. Lastly, we have 6 of Swords, healing. Look that one up. 6 of Swords is healing. And for some of you guys, not doing it by yourself, but even getting therapy or tarot readings or what have you, but he's not in that boat alone. So it's beautiful. The future looks bright. Sending you off with love and light. Thank you for being here. Please consider hitting the hype button, the like button, subscribe if you want to join the family, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.